Hi everyone, in this we will see the architecture and working of Prometheus. Firstly, Prometheus itself is a server which in background runs the following components in its ecosystem: retrieval worker, time series database, HTTP server. The retrieval worker does the work of service discovery, which finds the services on the system configured in Prometheus configurations and pulls the data from the matrix. It also pulls the matrix data stored by exporters on the targets and the push gateway. The data is stored in time series database. Uh, why time series? Because time series finds the best fit line in the graphical graphical form shown for the data. Then it is the database is either connected to the hard drive SSD of the system, or it is connected to the volume that is configured in the cluster. Then we have the HTTP server, which provides the API to access the database. The HTTP server only accepts PromQL queries. Prometheus works on pull-based system. The reason is so that we can run multiple instances of Prometheus and they all can pull the metrics as per the requirement. Second, you can have better detection or the insight of the services which are up and running, because the retrieval worker will ping or curl the data from the services, and if they are not up, you may know that the services are not running. Third point is, if you use the push system, it can create a heavy load on the server where multiple services are pushing their metrics at the same time on the server. But you may ask, when the services are running for short duration, like when you run a cron job or patches or batch jobs that are running for a small period of time and then they stop. For that, Prometheus uses push gateway, which take the data and push to retrieval workers for time series database. Now, if we move to other parts, we also have that the PromQL query, which is being utilized by the visualization tools like Prometheus UI or Grafana or any visualization monitoring tool that is using Prometheus as a data source. Here we can see there is exporter and targets, which define the metrics. So what is target, what is metrics, what is exporter? Targets are actually the endpoints of the services which we are monitoring. Exporters are used when the services which do not have the metrics defined as per the format of the Prometheus and need to be configured. For that, Prometheus has defined multiple exporters: node exporter, AWS RDS exporter are some examples that fetch the metrics and convert in the required form. The matrices have basically two types of data. One is type, one is help. The help is actually the description of the data. The type. There are three types of matrices. One is counter, one is gauge, and histogram. When you use the counter type of matrix, we know how often or frequency of the happening of the event that is being monitored. Gauge is the current value of the matrices. Histogram is actually a range or a time period from which the current value is being given. Now we will see there is another component, alert manager. Prometheus has this component, and when we will use Grafana, it uses its own alert manager. The fourth feature which was defined in the definition was managing alerts. So the matrices are used to define alerts and their roles, and which are stored in the alert manager in its configuration, which is then in sync with notification channels like Slack, Gmail, the Google Hangouts, etc., that receive alerts on the basis of user configurations for the monitoring.